So this is for episode 10 of season 1, Nightmares. This episode is both terrible and good. I'd recommend that you watch it, but it's certainly skippable. The plot about abusive adults in child sports is maybe timely, maybe lame, but the insight it gives us into the fears of our characters is interesting. The series will, at special moments, give us looks into the minds of our characters, and this is the first episode that really does that, apart from a brief Xander fantasy and Buffy's prophetic visions. However, this episode is kind of poorly executed, and later glimpses into our characters are going to be much better. But since it does give us insight into our characters via their nightmares, it does kind of tell us a lot. We learn in this episode, we meet Buffy's dad. We learn that he still lives in LA, that Willow's parents are still married, and they're very happy together, apparently. We learn that Willow doesn't like spiders, that Xander is afraid of Nazis. Buffy worries about her father's love for her. Giles is afraid of getting lost in the stacks. Buffy's afraid of failing history tests. Xander has nightmares about going to school in his underwear. Giles has nightmares about not being able to read. Giles can read 5 languages. Buffy has nightmares that she is the reason her parents split up, and that her father doesn't love her. Cordelia has nightmares that she has bad hair and that she's a nerd. Willow has nightmares about having to sing in public. Xander loves chocolate. Xander has nightmares about the clown from his 6th birthday. Buffy has nightmares about the Master breaking free. Buffy has nightmares about being buried alive. Giles has nightmares about Buffy dying. And Buffy has nightmares about becoming a vampire. So, some thoughts. Fear. Buffy's fear of the Master is more than she would like to admit. He caused Buffy's death in this episode, allowing us a glimpse of how afraid of him Buffy truly is, even though she acts very lighthearted and stuff. Father-daughter love. Buffy's extremely insecure about the situation with her parents. She fears that her delinquency has been the cause of her parents' divorce, and that she's a terrible disappointment, and that her father doesn't love her, let alone want to spend time with her. We then see that her fears are unfounded. People are difficult to understand. When someone seems distant, we may worry or overanalyze. But it's best to allow people to speak their feelings, or to ask them directly, usually. Divorce can be hard on families, and it's often hard to understand what is going on. Buffy's parents are divorced because of their relationship with each other. And because that's the case, Buffy doesn't see all of it. And because she doesn't see all of it, she worries that it's her fault, which it isn't. It can be hard to blame ourselves. It can be hard not to blame ourselves when things go wrong in our lives. But it's also important to be able to see when things are not our fault. Do you sometimes blame yourself for things that are not your fault? Do you have phobias? What are you afraid of? The next episode is Out of Mind, Out of Sight. And that will be available soon. I kind of like this episode. It gives us insight. The next episode, it gives us insight into Cordelia. And then after it is the finale. So I kind of think you should watch them both, but definitely watch the finale. You can skip the next one if you want. It's skippable. Definitely skippable. But see you next time.